Okay, so we are talking about articles this week. Now, articles are examples such as a, some, the, and. Articles can be very difficult. Kids generally learn them when they're very young, and so for a native English speaker, they just learn it from being here and learning the language. But for anyone learning English as a second language, articles can be very, very difficult. So again, we have a, some, the, and an. Now, a is one. So if you say a car, I want a car, you want one car. If you use some is two or more. I want some cars. So you could want 3 cars, 4 cars, 2 cars. And then the is both. So the is one or more. You can say you want the car, you want the cars. Okay, so you're going to see a lot of this in English. English is math, it's numbers, just like any language is numbers. So the is one or more. And then finally you have an. Now an is like a, but we have an n on the end. And now this tells you to use an before a vowel. So an example of a vowel is A, E, I, O, U, and we'll do some more examples of that in a second. Okay, so let's start with the article a, and remember we said that a is the number 1. It just represents 1. So let's write a sentence. A bus is at the school. Okay, so a bus is at the school, period. It is one bus. One bus is at the school. So it's the same thing as if you had said one. Now, of course, this is the basic rule that we are going over for articles. I'm just teaching you numbers right now. And then we're going to do a more advanced rule. So a bus is at the school, one bus is at the school. Let's take a look at the next article, which is some. Now remember, some is 2 or more. Okay, that's a bit of a sloppy 2. Let's try that one more time. Okay, so some equals 2 or more, but it does not equal 1. You can't say I have some car. And except for words that don't have an S, but they mean many, like some people. You don't say some peoples. Okay, so some people are eating. Some people are eating 2 what? Anything you want. Some people are eating 2 burgers. Some people are eating 2 French fries. Okay, but some equals these numbers. So it's like saying 2 people are eating, 3 people are eating, or 4 people are eating. And it goes up, up, and up. It can be any number that is 2 or more. Okay, so let's take a look at your next article, the, T-H-E. And remember that the is both a and some together. At least it is for numbers. So the equals 1 or more. Okay, the dog is sleeping. Okay, the dog is sleeping. Now we can also do the dogs are sleeping. Okay, so you see that difference? We used the both times, but for the first sentence it's just dog. For the second sentence it's dogs. It's plural. Okay, and that's an example of how the can be 1 or more. The dog is sleeping. The dogs are sleeping. Okay, so that is your article, T-H-E. This can be quite confusing. So next we are going to look at an, A-N, which you use before a word that starts with a vowel. Okay, if you're not familiar with vowels, vowels are the whole reason it's difficult to have an English accent and why people get accent coaching. It's that A, E, I, O, U, or a. Okay, so let me do it again. A, e, I, the vowel sounds. So try to think of some words that begin with a vowel. What are some words? A, we have apple. E, we have elephant. I, we have igloo. O, we have octopus. U, we have umbrella. So let's do elephant. An elephant is swimming. An elephant is swimming. We can't say a elephant. We need that N. An elephant is swimming. So you see that E vowel is at the beginning of the next word. An elephant is swimming. Okay, let's try a U word. A umbrella is good. A umbrella is good. So what is wrong? What are we missing? Okay, so that first letter on umbrella is a U. It's a vowel. Okay, so that means that article A needs a N. An. An umbrella is good. Okay, so those are some examples for how to use the article an. Let's take a look at a part of speech that confuses people with the an article. Sometimes you're writing and you write an. Now you see we used elephant. Okay, so I'm putting elephant, an elephant, but the next word is not a vowel. What does the next word start with? It starts with a G. It's the adjective gray. An gray elephant? Okay, so do we need that N? We don't. You only need it if the next letter is a vowel. So no, you do not need the an article when doing these kinds of sentences. You only need it if the very next letter is a vowel. Okay. So keep this in mind. I see a lot of mistakes with students learning English as a second language. They think if the noun starts with a vowel, they always use an. But if you have an adjective before that noun, then you simply don't need it. You're just going to use the article a. Okay, so now we are going to speak about the specifics. Why would you use a, why would you use the, or why would you not use an article? So that dash at the bottom means no article at all. Okay, so let's use this example. I want a cookie. Okay, let's say you're at a party and there is a plate full of cookies. If you say, I want a cookie, you're being general. A is general. It means you want any cookie that is on the table. You don't care. It is general. I want a cookie. I want the red or the blue or the green or the big or the small. It doesn't matter. So it's very general. I want a car. It means I want any car. Okay, and the is a lot more specific. So I want the cookie. Okay, so let's say the table at the party has blue cookies, red cookies, big cookies, little cookies. If you say, I want the cookie, you want a specific cookie. You want the big cookie. You do not want the other cookies. Or you want the blue cookie, and you don't want the other cookies. Or you want the pink cookie, and you don't want the other cookies. Okay, so usually when you use the and you're talking to someone, you will point at what you want. So you'll say, I want that, or I want the computer, and you'll point at that computer. Okay, so I'm kind of trying to draw a hand pointing. It's not a very good hand. I don't know if I'm a very good artist. Okay, but that is the. The is specific, and a is general. So this is one of these things you just got to do a few times until you feel comfortable with hearing it, and you can tell when to use it and when not to use it. Okay, finally at the bottom, we have omitting the article. When you don't need to use an article. This is very difficult. People will get in the habit of always using articles, and that is also incorrect. A lot of the time you do not need an article, and I'll show you why and when. So an example sentence, I am traveling to the America. Okay, this is wrong. Do you need to say the America? Are there many Americas? Do you need to say there is one America? No. Everyone knows there is one America. So you can say, I am traveling to America. You don't need to say to a America. You don't need to say to the America. And you don't need to say to some Americas or an America. It doesn't need an article. You can just say, I am traveling to America. Now, if you said, I am traveling to the beach or a beach, that works because are there many beaches? Yes, there are many beaches, but there are not many Americas. There is only one America. So you can see putting in a, it still doesn't work. And then America starts with an A, so you'd use an. I am traveling to an America. Okay, so just think off the top of your head some words or some things that you know there is only one. America is an obvious example, so countries. Maybe things like a sports team or a basketball team. So that's an example of when you would omit or not have another article.